Welcome and welcome back to my channel, Rose Serpent Oracle. We're going to be channeling messages from Mother Earth, and so please remember to set clear intentions, okay? So I'm going to invite you to please take a deep breath with me, okay? Taking a deep breath in, holding, 3, 2, 1, release. Soften and open your heart and your mind to receiving these messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. I'll be using my oracle, and so here we go. Feel a lot of like the trees are celebrating. The trees are saying yes, yes, yes. Let's go. Let's do it. Celebrate. I feel an energy of softening and learning to flow with life. Okay? Awakening divine perception, awakening divine perspective, shifting, shifting. There's a shift happening. There's an upgrade and evolution. There's an expansion within your spiritual side. For some of you, lots of revelations through dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are speaking about your fears, your attachments, limitations, unprocessed emotions. Some of you might be seeing a lot of water on your dreams. Emotions, open the floodgates, allow it, don't fight it, don't resist it, just let it go, let it flow, let it be. Yes, there is holding back. I'm holding back in my self-expression. We have the spirit of the river and we have the spirit of the ocean. Water spirit, there's a lot of water, and there is healing, deep healing happening. There's lots of protection. If some of you are too entangled, some of you might be in the middle always of things, of situations. We have to learn to pull back. Okay, because we can receive karma when we're getting involved in somebody else's business. This is not to dismiss the fact that we have to be kind, loving, compassionate, and be friendly. However, they're speaking about when we get entangled, when we also dismiss our own responsibilities to get entangled in somebody else's. And here we find ourselves weaving. It's like I'm seeing like a spider, but she feels like strategic. And there's an aspect to a shadow. There's an aspect to a shadow right? And she looks like a old unhappy spider, and so she's kind of cranky, she's kind of unhappy, and yeah, okay, wounded feminine, gets entangled in everybody else's drama and feels like an entitlement to be jumping into being savior or being something. And so there's a shadow that we have to pay attention to right there, right? Because we get karma. Because sometimes in life, our friends, our family, our children, our the people closest to us, they are meant to go through situations, boom, that bring distress and complication, right? And they are meant to experience that, right? And so we have to take a look at patterns. And so we need, there is discernment. We must practice discernment. And so I'm speaking to that aspect of the shadow that is the fixer. The fixer is the story also of the person in the family that feels like is responsible for everybody else. And so it just, this shadow creates a sense of entitlement, and it gets involved in everybody else's drama, and is always being in the middle of situations. And so, and then they feel like, well, but I was trying to help. And so we have to practice discernment. Sometimes the best thing you can do is be a good listener and provide a question. Or have you read this book? Or did you know about this quote? Have you asked yourself these questions? That's very different than getting an entanglement and taking on the situation, the problem, and now I'm making mine, and now here I go fixing. Okay? Woo! I don't want that. So yeah, that's very out there. There's a shadow of that. There's a shadow. I feel it on my feminine. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay. There's that. We want to cleanse and clear our energy field. We want to work with salt water. We need to do a spiritual cleansing, go into the water. Yeah, we have the spirit animal, the turtle. The turtle speaks about honoring our process, honoring our process of learning, growth, expansion, co creation, right? Hmm. The inner child. Inner child, the inner child. How do you feel about your inner child? Does he or she needs attention? Abandonment. Abandonment, neglect. When I pay attention to an abandonment, the wound of abandonment and neglect, okay? It's important to process the pain of loneliness in the solar plexus. When we're struggling with the pain of loneliness in the solar plexus, it's very deep. It runs so deep because you have to go into the lower, up into your navel, within, and into your unconscious to find that inner child where he is existing through the lenses of stories of less than, not good enough, unworthy, powerless. And so there's a shamanic journey that we have to go here, that we have to go through to find or continue to find answers related to this sense of I'm powerless in the world. I'm powerless. But no, you're not. And so some of you, I can see that you're going through a situation that brings a lot of discomfort. I'm hearing neglect. For some of you, you're going to be confronting some kind of situation related to your health. And that is the necessary, that's the calling. That's the calling, because every illness have a spiritual root. hmm And also when we're resisting change, the universe is going to bring in something. But it's not a punishment. It's just law, and it's just nature, and we are nature. So the disassociation with our humanness is that we are not nature. The disassociation is this feeling of entitlements we have sometimes with our ego, the belief that oh my goodness, we're entitlement. And so what happens? There's divine timing to everything. There's organization to everything. You might sometimes, you sit in your comfort zone and you see nothing is happening. It's another day. It's another day. You distract yourself. You distract yourself, and then boom, here comes something, because the universe is going to get your ass moving. Because what's happening right now is that the way we used to exist, live, is no longer an option. And so the more that you're resisting your evolution, the more you're going to suffer. That's the thing. And so we have to surrender. We have to surrender to the fact that there is a higher power that is asking you to evolve. And when we're talking about evolution, it's about embodiment. It's in our lives, in our human existence. It's in our day-to-day life. It's how we pay bills, our relationship with our finances, our relationship with our health. What are we doing? How you're investing your time. This is the thing that we're talking about. Divine Mother, Divine Father. They got an eye on me, on you, on all of us. We came here with soul contracts. And so we are meant to be transforming and going with the flow of life, right? We're meant to be feeling this and that energy of Pluto right now. Woof, right? Pluto, I mean, how many planets we have in retrograde? Because we are meant to reevaluate our lives, period. Our life, which means how you approach your day, your self-care, your sense of independence, your health, eating habits, the way you communicate, your relationship with your children. It's just all of it, you guys. We are going through an evolution. So this is where we ground all of the things we talk about and all of the things we read of consciousness and plasma and all of the things, and now we embody that. Now you embody, it means you must embody. So there's no bypassing. Okay, so what I see here is, it's like there's some of you, there's some neglect to put in the work and learning new things and learning new skills and nurturing where you're being asked to nurture, right? For some other of you, you're going through it, and I can see that you're going through a releasing of a lot of sorrow, and then within the solar plexus, there is still some kind of fear, it comes from I'm powerless. And so it's like little children and adult bodies. And so we're looking for someone to fill our cups and attend to our needs and provide and all of the things outside ourselves, because when true, we're afraid to show up for the things for our own lives. And so there is the breaking free of all of that, and that's what I see. And so many of you, some of you are in a period of deep solitude, and you are meant to regenerate, study, as is reconnect with your passions, reconnect with your inner child. You're meant to feel, and yes, the body goes through it. Some of you might be experiencing challenges when it comes to your health, so there's a process of healing. And so you're meant to be working through nurturing your physical vessel, healing your relationship with your physical vessel. People think that is not abundance and prosperity, and that it is. We are the abundance and the prosperity. Without your health, what are you doing? What are we doing? But we have been so programmed to neglect, and that's what is screaming here. How do you neglect your needs, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. 4, we must attend to all of them. The spiritual, right? Which means we attend to meditation, prayer. To the emotional, I feel. To the physical, I connect with my vessel, right? To the mental, I nurture my intellect with proper knowledge. I look for things, I process. So healing is not linear, it's a process. Life, we are spirits having a human experience. And so there is alignment. We must find alignment. So how are we out of whack? And so I like I'm saying, right? I feel so many, and I see different people like going through different stages. However, take what resonates and leave the rest. There's an energy here of openness. Be open, be fluid. It's time to move. It's time to open the heart to receiving, to experiencing. Speak, share, express your feelings, share your love. We have this warrior energy from the spirit of the river. Blessings from the ancestors coming in. And then I need to speak up. Yes, we have to speak up. And there's guidance. We have the warrior here, and so we're overcoming here insecurities and neglect and disassociation. And there's healing the lower chakras here, the element of fire, which means how we take action. We still have some kind of sorrow here, and I'm just showing you. I know you guys are like, what is that? Those are just things. But oh my God, did you only knew that they have a spirit? They're spirits, and they speak to me, and I can feel them. And so some of you you need to cleanse and clear your energy. Some of you have suppressed anger, frustration in your upper body, like feeling burden. And then the adolescence is feeling insecure and scared. There's family sorrow, and so there's a need to share, to to open ourselves up to our creativity. I see some of you drawing, draw, paint, write, ground. Some of you must work with fire. Very important. We always have to work with the 4 elements, but I'm seeing work with fire. Some of you have come into closure. The closure is something very painful, and there's a deep breath. Oh, okay, so use fire to seal that. Anything else? No, that's it. There was a lot. I feel like it's being a lot. I don't know. It's just, I can feel it. Expect positive changes, though. If you put the efforts, positive outcomes. Give yourself the grace to receiving, to experiencing. There's a lot of beauty within what this transformation, and everything that you are experiencing right now, like I said, that brings discomfort, is meant to help you go through a huge clearing in your root chakra. Okay, this is about ancestral healing and the survival. You are protected. This is just really about showing up for yourself like never before. And remember, the old ways of living, existing, and relating, the old life is no longer available. There's only the new. It's right here, right now. So what are you being asked to do? And if you don't care for your health, then what is the point? All right. May you be blessed on your journey. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to like, subscribe, and let me know if this resonated. You can just drop me a peace and love or a white heart. I will appreciate it. I love you. Ciao.